open the floor to questioning because there's a lot of questions, but I'm going to start with something that you said on stage and how well you defended the theaters and the big screen. And I live in the US, and I know how difficult it is to see an independent movie in a theater. Will this win help?
I certainly hope it's one step towards helping. It might give me more of a platform to preach about this. But I'm also thinking, this isn't exactly a mainstream movie, and but hopefully this wonderful win will, help get it into multiplexes and maybe remind mainstream audiences that these films still exist.
Okay, we're going to start right now, please.
Hello, my name is Raúl Godínez from Cine Latam. First of all, congratulations. Well-deserved, amazing film.
Thank you.
My question, you dedicated your Palme d'Or to all sexual workers, past, present, and future.
Yeah.
What's your hope for the visibility of these stories after this Cannes win, and especially when the films finally hit theaters? Thank you very much.
Thank you for that question. Yes, I did. This win is for all sex workers. The last 5 films I've made have focused on sex work, and as I've been saying about that, I think this is just these stories, these individual stories. They might not change the world, but they are part of stories being told that I think help chip away at the stigma that exists. In my eyes, it's obviously an unfair stigma, and one that perplexes me because it's our oldest profession, yet nothing has changed towards on the perception of it. So my hope is these are stories that that humanize sex workers, but also they're universal stories applied to sex work. So I hope audiences can sort of connect and identify, and therefore, hopefully that leads to to empathy. So yeah, hopefully I answered that question.
A question right here.
Thank you. Margot Costa for Cineverse. Congratulations for the prize, you deserved it.
Thank you.
You mentioned your wife on stage, and I wanted to know which role she got in this particular movie, how she helped you.
Sure, she's right here, Samantha Kwan. So Sam and Sam is a producer on the film, and an incredible producer. On an independent film, that means being everything, and a mom and a dad and a fixer, et cetera, et cetera. And also we cast the film together. And on top of that, she put up with all of my BS. That was a big. As I edited the film for 8 months, she sat next to me with our dog, and she was wonderful to bounce ideas off of. We have the same sensibility, and together I think we make a wonderful team.
Okay, a deadline question.
Hi, Anthony D'Alessandro from Deadline Hollywood.
Hi.
Sneak 2 questions. More on theatrical. How scared are you about the plight of theatrical? And can you tell us about your next project, any details? Because you said it's another sex worker project.
I said that was a maybe at the press conference. That was a maybe. So no, I really don't know what's next. I'm going to have to do that period of research that I always do, get inspired like every other filmmaker, and so I'll let you know when I know.
You're not going to do the new Marvel movie, are you?
Oh, you know the secret. It got out. No. It'll be. What I think this does is that it's going to help me to continue making the movies I like to make, and I'm going to continue in my wheelhouse. It's as simple as that. But also, you see theaters closing every day. I unfortunately follow a Twitter feed in which they announce when theaters close, and it's incredibly. It's just knowing. Yeah, I grew up going to movies. I grew up going to the theater, and as a filmmaker, that's how I want my films to be seen. So it's very discouraging when I see this, and it's very scary, quite honestly. But I also see a rising film culture. I do in New York and LA, Austin, San Francisco. I see this growing at young people who want to go and see movies in theaters and then talk about them afterwards. I'm seeing that start to grow. So I also have hope, and I also have I'm enthusiastic.
We got a question over there.
Hi, Rodrigo Fonseca from Correio da Manhã, Brasil. It's an amazing film. I'd like to hear you. I don't know if you accept the label comedy to this film, but the film is amazingly funny. I would like to understand, how did you work the humor of the film on writing and the humor working with your cast?
Thank you. Yeah, I do. We have this term in the United States in our film industry, dramedy. So it's half a drama, half a comedy. But in this one, I really do lean into comedy, probably more so than I normally do, and I love it there. I love working in that space. I'm also incredibly lucky to have surrounded myself with actors who have that ability of wonderful comic delivery, comic improv. So I take advantage of it. Did I answer your question? All right, cool.
All right, we go there.
Hi, I'm Jack Salvadori from UK Film Review. Mr. Baker, tonight you conquered Europe. I was wondering if you would ever consider shooting something outside of the United States.
Oh, perhaps. Yeah, sure. Especially if it continues to get more expensive by the day to shoot a film in the United States. But I do want to tell U.S. stories. I really do. There's something that's continuing to keep me there. I have a lot more to explore. So that's a perhaps. But I can almost guarantee you it'll be a U.S.-based film next time. Yeah.
Question over there.
Hello, Sergei Sychov, Izvestia Russia. And talking about theaters, is there a chance that your film will be distributed in Russia?
It's very hard for me to answer that. There's obviously the embargo, and I don't know, but I certainly hope. Because I think that art is about bringing people together. Film brings people together. I worked with incredible Russian actors on this film, and I would love for their incredible performance to be seen in their home country. We don't know. Let's see what the future holds. I know that we all pray for peace so that can happen.
Question over there.
Hello, congratulations. My name is Ayako Ishizu from Japan, and this is a really great film. And but what do you think? What's the big difference between the last film, The Red Rocket? Because I thought it was really good, great. So, but didn't win anything, in here. But this time you won the biggest award. So, how do you think about it?
Maybe I guess I made a better film. I don't know. There are all those factors involved. I was just Red Rocket was my first time in competition at Cannes, and that was a dream come true. This is my second time in competition, and it was a dream come true twice. That's how I see it. Yeah.
Oh, je crois qu'on a une question. We got a question over here.
Hello, Pablo from Anora, España. Do you feel like if you were to decide to go back to the grittier, uglier images of your first movies now, so that would be compromised, you may have incentives to stay on this cleaner style, or do you think that you could go back any time and have the same opportunities you have now?
I'm so sorry. Go back where?
Yeah, so to the grittier images of your first films, which I feel far away from this cleaner look that most films are supposed to have these days. Do you feel that if you were to go back to this sort of ugliness, so to speak, of the first movies, you would have the same opportunities you have now?
Oh, I see. If that subject matter demands that aesthetic, I'm in a place right now where I'm able to shoot on film. I like that. But really, it's a film-by-film basis, and it really is what medium is best for the story that's being told. So, of course, if I felt it had to be another iPhone movie, I would do an iPhone movie. But I have to tell you, I'm in love shooting 35mm anamorphic. And it's also, not only are there theaters at risk of going away, but film itself, celluloid, is at risk of going away. And I think filmmakers right now have to fight to keep it alive. It's the medium that created cinema. Let's not discard it just because new technology has come about, right? I still think it's the best way of capturing an image, the most gorgeous picture. That's the aesthetic, that's the look I like. So I want to continue with that for the time being.
Yeah. What I find really remarkable with your movies, all of them, is that you direct your actors so well that we feel that they're not directed, that they're totally free. How to get to that?
Honestly, it's casting. You just cast wonderful actors, and they will deliver. So I'm incredibly proud of this ensemble cast. All the leads are actually, I'm not sure if this applies to all my films, but this is, I think, the first film in which all of my leads are professional, seasoned actors. And it was just incredible to work that way. Because of their experience, they gave me a lot to work with. Variations, alts on their performance, alternative performance takes. I'm going to talk about my lead, if you don't mind. Mikey Madison, just the most prepared actor I've ever worked with in my life. She was dedicated. I wrote this role for her in mind, and of course, I needed to have high expectations, or why go into it? But she exceeded those expectations by far. Learned the New York accent, took pole dancing for months just for a 20-second shot. Got to know all of her dialogue in Russian, and just embrace and just helped me develop this character of Anora. Really helped me understand the character of Anora more than I did when I was writing her. So, yeah, working with Mikey really changed the way that I think I'll work with other actors down the line.
I know you guys are working a lot on the festival. You do a lot of interviews, you do a lot of photo shoot and stuff like that. But did you feel what was happening on the film since the first screening? I mean, the buzz was growing and people were talking a lot. I don't know if you go to take a coffee in the Palme, but it was one of the subject of discussion, and it began growing and growing. Did you feel that, and how did you leave all this?
We did feel the buzz. It was very nice. It was very nice. Being approached on the street, but what I just love is that they told me they were laughing. They told me they had a wonderful time at the movies, and I haven't heard that for a while. So and that's what I'm trying to do: give people a good time at the movies, and then also leave them with something to think about. So yeah, it was wonderful being here this week. It was. Yeah.
A beautiful ending. Sean, bravo, et merci beaucoup. Thank you very much.
Gosh. Thank you, guys. Thank you.
That was a press conference for the Golden Palm winner 2024, Sean Baker, who dedicated his prize to all sex workers, past, present, and future.